morning coffee. Good morning to everyone. So this is probably going to be part of my second channel. So I'm going to open up a second channel. YouTube's new algorithmic process changed. I'm noticing that RC content is not being pushed out to maybe the people that I guess wouldn't watch it in the first place anyway. Why does it look like there's like a tree missing? And I've got this stuff in the truck. Subcompact tractor that can only lift about 700 pounds, and that's at the pins. We'll see what's going to happen here. And yes, it's green. Green is good. Green means money. I don't buy, like, wait till you see like some of the other attachments that I have to it. This thing is going to look like, it's going to look like a rainbow machine. And I don't care, because I'd rather save the dollars than worry about a color on a piece of equipment that's only going to get mangled anyway. So this does have a back rack portion, but this is the quick attach part for my pallet thing there. I just wanted to show you guys this. Package wise, it's fine because of what it is, but I wanted to get a look at like the welds. I wanted to get a look at just the piece itself. I got this specifically because of the nice angle that it's got. It's very similar to the angle that's already on this bucket, which is nice. I've seen some of these be flat, and it takes away some of your ability to manipulate things. Bunch of splatter everywhere, but again, doesn't matter as long as the construction itself, which I'd like to see a top weld on there. There's some chipping of the paint right there, doesn't matter. Looking over here, same thing, chipping of paint there. It doesn't matter because all the paint that's on this area is going to get chipped anyway. And as long as the implement is not left outside like it's going to be, shouldn't get rust. And even if it gets rust or whatever, I could just spray paint some black over it anyway. Doesn't really matter. Mahindra 20s Max, eMax, whatever the heck it is. What's this thing called? eMax 20s. I got this to be able to move pallets around. This is only a 600-pound lift capacity machine, and that's including the attachments that you put on it. So it's not like I can just go up to 600 pounds and think that I can lift it. I have to subtract technically the poundage that is part of that, and that's when you get a subcompact tractor. Those are some of the things that you have to keep in mind for that smallness, that everything that this thing is done that a big machine could do in probably half the time with less damage and less money. And this thing's mint, dude. See what we got here. So I gotta get my forks. My pallet forks are up there. I did get the 48s, and yes, they weigh like 100 pounds each. I think they're like 91 or 97 and change or something like that. So it's already gonna be like 300 pounds that I have to knock off of the maximum lift capacity of, what did I say? This thing was 600, or 607 or 670 or something like that. I think it's like 6. I think that's what this machine lifts. And it was just to make things easier for me. Moving pallets, moving stuff around, putting things on pallets, moving it around, using the fork blades to like lift up trays and stuff. That just makes sense. It makes sense that when I've got a piece of equipment like this to start making full use of it, and that is buying attachments. I've got a bunch of other stuff that's in the garage right now, but what I wanted to do was put this all together, just check it out in general. I forget the company that made this, just a Chinese company. As long as like the welds are pretty good and things hold together, it's not like I don't have a welder and I can't fix stuff, but I'm looking at the key areas of where things are welded, and it's definitely a booger weld kind of, you know, weld. It's really not the greatest, but again, I really don't care. The main part is here, the part that I didn't have to make. Oh boy. So I'm not sure how much this weighs. It weighs a couple pounds, but it's not too bad. Wow, they actually had wood in there, or linoleum. No, it's actual wood. Wooden pieces I can use for a project. All right, it's a shin cracker, I'll tell you that one. So it does weigh a couple pounds, but let's make sure that my tractor connects up to it, which it should. So let's see what we're looking at here. You're not gonna be able to hear anything, but here we go. How about if I glow the plugs, dude? I know you can do it by hand, but I'm used to using my feet on these things. Normally stuff's wasted. So now I need to go up there and grab my my forks. right. So like I said, so looking in the sun, little chip on there, little chip on there, chip down there. But I don't care. It don't matter. Like I said, as long as my forks fit on it, that's the whole point. I'll be happy. Let's grab the forks. Those are tucked away over here. So these things weigh, like I said, a couple pounds. There we go. Boom. It's friggin' mint. That's beautiful. It's a LOKITHOR Jump starter, which is a multi-function jump starter. So it's a 2500 amp jump start and a 150 psi air compressor, which is pretty cool. So what's nice is I've got this set up at 22 psi. So you just connect it. It'll show you what your current psi is, which you can see that 15.9. And you can adjust it to whatever you want. I have it set to 22. Turn it on, and literally just walk away and let this thing do its job. This is a perfect situation for stuff like this. Recently I had pumped up one of the Ranger tires because I haven't driven the Ranger in, I don't know, 5 months or something like that. So the front driver's side tire was 100% completely flat. So, and this jump pack slash tire pump pumped it up complete. So there you go, 22, and then you just flick it off, put your valve thing back on. Thing's got a light. It's a jump pack. We're gonna go on the sun side. Inflate to max of 20 psi. Put this on. See where we're at. 15.9, 17.1. So I'm gonna go to 20.5. This should take a little bit longer just because it's more volume. Much more volumetric tire, so take a little bit. Yeah, these jump packs, LOKITHOR JP400, things mint, dude. Especially for doing stuff like this. We're going from winter air to summer air, or spring air. Boom. Pop that off. Valve stem back on, and I'll do the other side. So we're still full power. What's up, Daisy? I love these things, dude. These things are mint. Hit pump, walk away. What's up, girl? So this is gonna be cool, man. Psyched. Yeah, we're gonna get a good garden going this year. I got implements for the back too, so we'll do a video on that too. So this is kind of like introduction possibly for my new channel. It's basically going to be everything else guy or something like that. That's what I was thinking. So everything else guy. Don't forget this little thing. And this will auto shut off. But look at that, still full bars. How about if I glow again? Come on, dude. I need a new battery. You can't see what I'm seeing. Fork blades, man, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely happy about that. You know what? There's a section on this tractor. I just realized it's that gauge thing. So you can have a stupid gauge that tells you your bucket where it is. Look at that. And I realized, look at that, it's a mount. That's a freaking GoPro mount, basically. See that? I could literally put a GoPro mount on it. It actually might be for lights, now that I think about it. But I think it's also for that stupid gauge to tell you whether if you're level or not. Somehow it attaches down there, rod that slides through. It's gonna be a mount for the GoPro. looks like I've operated things before, huh? Yep. An operator guy. Look at that, dude, huh? That's an operator right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and move some of the stuff out of the way. Do have to take some of these sandbags off. These are like, what? Probably 80 pounds or something like that. 60 pounds, but they're soaking wet. So they weigh more than they did when they were dry. So I want to see how much I can actually lift and get out of here, but I got to get these ones kind of out of the way first. So we'll do that, and then I'll see what can I lift with this machine. All right, so I backed this off. That was just like a demonstration thing of how Guy is freaking awesome with equipment. I did knock off some weight. There's no way that this machine should be able to lift the current weight that's on that. But I don't know, dude. I've never done this type of deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if this thing can lift it, and you'll also see if I screw up and whether if this thing can lift or not. The total amount of sandbags, so including that little half, that's a half a bag, because what I do is I use one bag as if I need to sand anything for anybody. Those are the bags that were on the sides that basically stop the pallet from kind of like moving around. And that's one of the things you need to do. You don't rely on the pallet itself and the weight to kind of sit in there, because if you come up against something or if you brake hard, that pallet's just going to go. So what you do is you kind of wedge. And I did that, and all the bags, surprisingly, all the bags survived. But it was like 1,100 pounds. And I didn't need that much, but also knew I had some grandkids coming and we need sand. So there you go, dual purpose. So I'll use what I need to use. The goal is hopefully getting this thing to 600 pounds. That's not where we're at. We're definitely way over, but I want to see what this thing can do anyway. GoPro on. All right. This really lift it. It arcs it, you can't lift. It's too much. Man, it literally is so close. Like I might be able to get it out of the truck. No way. That is surprising. That is a lot of damn weight. I have to go easy going down. That's way more weight than this thing should lift. It did it though. Holy crap. I knew it. That was a lot of weight. Wow, it did it though. That was awesome. Definitely don't have enough ballast. That's why guys die. That is way over the weight that this thing should have lifted. Tractor went for a ride, dude. The whole back of the tractor lifted up. And that's why men die. Because they do stupid stuff. Anyways, so it worked. To calculate out what each one of these weigh, it's gonna be a good amount. So let me see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? How did I count that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 10 bags that this thing literally lifted out of this truck. Granted, it was more of tipping back. 10 bags plus the pallet. These are all soaked. These are 60 pounds each. This machine's only supposed to lift 600 pounds. That's literally at the pin. I don't know. I can't remember how this is configured. Each one of these is 100 pounds. This thing literally did an endo. And I knew it too. I knew it was gonna do it. I'll have to make sure that I do a 2-layer pallet. So I'll set up some of these sandbags for next winter's plowing, and I'll set it up so that I have a 2-layer pallet so I can put in 2 different layers of pallet and still have the weight that I need. The new pallet, it's gonna be cut so it fits the sandbags into the back, at the back like I had it, but I'll have it so that it locks into the edges of the wheel wells. What is that? Each one of these arms is like 91 pounds each or something like that. I'll have to calculate it out. I'll calculate out what it all came out to be. I don't know what the pallet's gonna weigh. What the pallet's probably like maybe 20 pounds or something like that. So I'll calculate it out. 10 bags of soaking wet sand. That's pretty stinking good, man. So I can safely move it around because I do have to go downhill. This thing doesn't give me enough ballast in the back. I'm gonna end up doing an endo when I go down, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take a couple of these bags off. But I'm still surprised, man. Looks like I can kind of move in just a little bit further. So I'll probably move in, angle it out a little bit, and take off like maybe, I don't know, 1 bag and see what happens.